Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second episode of Cadet TV. I'm one of your anchors, Jaden Bartlett.
And I'm your other anchor, Alexis Hill.
Today we'll be going over multiple different aspects of the Iowa Falls-Alden School District and a bunch of things going on in our schools and around the community. First up, we would like to discuss the Watchdogs program taking place in Iowa Falls. We'll throw it over to Kaylin Reimer and Tucker Halick to tell us a little bit more about the program.
Now to Watchdogs. Watchdogs is a program that Pineview Elementary does every year. The kids at Pineview consist from preschoolers through first grade. The acronym DOG stands for Dads of Great Students. But the watchdogs that come in don't always have to be dads. They could be from brothers to uncles to any male role model the kids have in their lives. From following them around in the classroom to playing outside at recess, both the kids and adults seem to enjoy this every time.
Played with him outside. Play with him with the toys out there. Play with him.
This is my second year doing it, and it can definitely see a difference in their attitudes.
We also got to interview Mrs. Watchell, the principal, for more information.
At the beginning of the year, we have like our big kickoff that invites all of the dads to come in with their kids. We have a pizza party, and we have calendars spread across the entire gym. And it's just an opportunity for dads to say, you know, I'd really like to come on my child's birthday or whatever day it might be that they want to sign up to come in and be a part of our day. And that's how we start the program each year, is just getting them to come in and sign up for days. And we have a lot of dads who will do it more than once in the year. Watchdogs is a program that we have here that encourages dads and father figures to get into the building and have an opportunity to just lead and to set a positive example for students, basically getting positive male role models into the school and into the classrooms. Any dad can volunteer, and I shouldn't just say dads, grandfathers, uncles, older brothers, anyone who could be an adult male role model can be a part of our Watchdogs program. We do have some top dogs who are like a committee of dads that come together to coordinate the program and kind of like the cheerleaders to get people amped up and also resourced to be able to say, this is what the program's like, this is how it works, and this is how you can be a part of it, and they really get the involvement going.
Now to Zoe and Ashley for Band-o-Rama.
Thanks, Tucker and Kaylin. That was really great.
Our next segment will be about the annual Band-o-Rama Festival, and we'll throw it on over to Zoe and Ashley.
This past Friday, the Iowa Falls-Alden High School Marching Band and the Middle School Band came together for the halftime performance of a lifetime called Bandrama.
Bandrama started about 40 years ago. Ever since then, the bands have come together to put on the biggest halftime show of the year.
Both the high school and middle school bands have had to face the cold to put in the work to make the show come together.
My favorite part of Bandrama is bringing together our middle school and our high school students for a performance combined, joining forces on the field. There's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes that most people don't realize, but it's all worth it. I've been teaching in this district since 2012, and Bandrama has kind of changed over the years. And it used to be 5th through 12th grade, and then we really improved it by focusing on our 7th through 12th grade students. And each year we've kind of elevated the quality and the expectation and just the fun, the experience for our students. And so I'm just really pleased with how our community has supported our band program.
My favorite part of Bandrama is seeing all the kids out on the football field, all 200 plus of them at the same time. And that sound is just blows you over backwards. It's so much fun.
I am Brenna Kruko and I'm in 7th grade.
I'm Addison Vanderloop and I'm in 7th grade.
I'm Abigail Harkin and I'm in 7th grade.
I'm looking forward to playing with the high schoolers on the big football field.
I'm looking forward to being in front of a lot of people.
I'm gonna miss the fun music we play and the silly dad jokes Mr. Schmidt says during practice.
After the long practice on the field Friday, it was time to show the public the last halftime performance of the year.
Thanks for the information, Ashley and Zoe. We really appreciate it.
As fall sports draw to a close, for our third and final segment, we would like to give you a fall sports recap on everything that has happened during the volleyball, football, and cross-country seasons thus far. Let's throw it over to Kate Hutchinson, Blake Jansen, and Briar Hoverston for a little bit more information.
This year, our fall sports teams have had many successful games and meets and a few tough losses, which has made this season very eventful. The cadet volleyball team finished their regular season with a record of 21-11. This year, there were 5 seniors on the cadet volleyball team: Abby Redmond, Alexis Hill, Hayden Miller, Carson Stalzer, and Emma Harding. One of the seniors, Abby Redmond, reached a total of 1,270 career assists. This past Wednesday, the cadet volleyball team made their first stop on the road to state to Roland Story High School. Unfortunately, they lost the game in 3 sets, but they were all close matches. The team is very thankful for all the support and all the fans who showed up to all the games to cheer the cadets on. Now it's time to pass it on to Blake Jansen with the cross country.
The IFA HWSR cross country teams have had major success this past season. The boys team placed 6th overall at conference this past week, led by Andrew Nicholson, who placed 7th, followed by Skylar Huffman and Fisher Brogdon. We spoke with Andrew after the meet on how the season has been so far.
With only 7 spots open on varsity, every runner was fighting for a varsity spot every meet, which led to lineup changes almost every meet. Injuries also played a big role in the change in lineups. People continue to work hard as the season comes to an end, were Andrew's words. The girls placed 1st at conference. Ellie took 2nd, with Taya Miller at 5th, and Abby Harding at 7th. Ellie Meyer spoke very highly of her team, saying, "It is impressive that we could be the first girls cross-country team to win conference at IFA since 2005. Everyone fought really hard and competed, which helped us to come out on top. This is also remarkable because everyone is coming back next year."
Both cross-country teams have had lots of success this past season, and they cannot wait for next year. Now to Briar with football.
The cadet football team had a recent streak of success this year. Coming off a 3-6 season last season, they won 5 of their last 6 games, going into Clear Lake game. They were hoping to clinch a playoff spot and win the game as well. Despite the great team effort we witnessed on Friday, the cadets did fall short to the Lions, giving them an undefeated regular season. They headed back home to await the results and see if they had a playoff spot. The cadets fought a tough, undefeated Clear Lake team in Clear Lake last Friday. There were a lot of turnovers for the cadets, and at which some points seemed a little unfair and shady for the refs to be calling, but very tough calls to make nonetheless. Kyler Hadwiger had an amazing game, leading the team in tackles and having 15.5 tackles, 12 of them being solo, adding 9 rushing attempts for 42 yards, averaging a little less than 5 yards a carry against a tough line defense. IFA, a 6-3 team, was 16th in final RPI class of 2A, but they moved behind Central Lyon / George Little Rock, a 5-4 team. They won a district title but were 20th in RPI, said Times Citizen's Justinitis. How do you think the football game went last Friday?
Last Friday, I think the game, defensively, we played really well, but offensively, we had a few mistakes, and we couldn't really get things rolling. A few turnovers cost us a lot on the offensive side of the ball, fumbles, and then muffed punt, which put Clear Lake in a good scoring opportunity. Where our offense lacked, our defense really picked up. Holding the #2 team in the state for 4 touchdowns is pretty impressive, I think. But ultimately, we weren't really satisfied with how the game went because we know that we definitely could have beat them.
How'd the season go for you, in your opinion?
This season was a big improvement from last year because what were we last year, like 3-6?
Yeah, 3-6.
So 3-6. This year, the mentality of everyone was just different. It was insane. Everyone, like, at each game, you just felt like everyone was ready to play and wanted to win. Last year, the mentality was like, yeah, we kind of want to play, but it's not like win. You could tell that everyone just was ready to go and ready to play.
What advice would you give to underclassmen who plan on going out for football next season?
One thing I definitely recommend is keep that winning mentality, but also make sure you dedicate yourself to the weight room. From last year to this year, I made leaps just because of weightlifting, and you know, going to speed and agility is going to help too because you're never as good as you can be. So you always should just keep working, keep lifting, keep running. Just do whatever you think the other team's doing because ultimately you're beating them.
And is there anything else you'd like to add or anything you missed out?
I would just like to thank everyone for all the support that they brought at Cadet Field and made it a great senior year.
Though the Cadets did fall short of a playoff spot, it was still great to witness a team play this year. They did flip a 3-6 season to a 6-3, which is almost unheard of. It was great to see our seniors go out and play their last season, and I thank all of them for doing that. Here at CadetTV, we can't wait to see what next year's football team has in store.
Awesome, Briar. It's great to see the football team having success. This is Kate Hutchinson, and this has been the Fall Sports Recap.
Thanks, you three. We're really excited to see where the Cadets take us during the winter season with all the upcoming sports.
And lastly, we'll throw it over to Isabel and Jennifer for an announcement regarding the Iowa Youth Straw Poll.
Hello, IFA. Listen up. Do you like stickers for your Hydro Flask? Do you like candy? Then come on down and take part in the Iowa Youth Straw Poll. The Iowa Youth Straw Poll is a statewide event where schools hold their own election to see which candidates they want in office. Our goal is to get every student to vote and have their opinions heard on who they want elected. Voting is important because we want everyone to know who is in office. You can vote tomorrow during your lunch period or during cadet time in the Student Center. So, if you want to embrace your inner Visco, come down to get your free sticker and to get your voice heard. Who do you want as president, or who do you want in the Senate or as your representative? Your vote matters.
Thanks, Jennifer and Isabel. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in for our second episode of Cadet TV. I'm Alexis Hill.
And I'm Jaden Bartlett. And make sure to tune in next week for the third episode of Cadet TV.